Dan and Amy continues next on AM 560, The Answer.
From the Matrix Home Solutions Studios, this is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560, The Answer.
Listen to AM 560 The Answer online at 560theanswer.com, on the AM 560 mobile app, on your Alexa-powered smart speaker, and on TuneIn, iHeart, and on Odyssey. If you're looking for the latest news, insight into what it means, and the sharpest opinion, there's only one station in Chicago where you can turn, and it's this one. We're AM 560, The Answer.
Top of the morning, Dan and Amy. A friend of mine messaged me, conversation we were having at the top of the 6 o'clock hour about public safety in Democrat socialist controlled territories like Chicago. And I mentioned this message I got from a reliable source that told me the two men who were detained in the killing of that retired Orland Park special ed teacher a couple weeks ago on the Dan Ryan, after she and her husband and another couple were coming back from the Sox game.
And just celebrated their 45th wedding anniversary. Her name's Denise.
That the two suspects were released because Kim Fox's office said the suspects were shooting at others, shooting at them. So it was self-defense and an accident when one of the bullets went through the taillight of that teacher's car and struck her and killed her.
That is sickening. Because that's involuntary manslaughter. They shouldn't have been shooting at I don't care if they were doing it in self-defense. That's bull jive, and she knows it.
Well, more detail. I would say more details are required. There should be a full public accounting for it. If those suspects were indeed the shooters, a bullet from one of their guns killed that teacher, there needs to be a full public accounting of this case and so many other cases as we were going through last hour. And my friend messaged me about this. He asked me, what's the end game of these tactics and letting violent criminals go free? And are CCLs no longer needed in Chicago? No, and my response is no. Concealed carry licenses are still required, but you have to remember in Chicago and Illinois, we have the rule of men and women. We don't have the rule of law. So the rule of law applies differently to different people. Or the law, because we don't have the rule of law. The law applies differently to different people, which means it's not the rule of law. Number one. And number two, remember this too, it's counterintuitive. But the worse they make it, I've been saying this for many years, as the exodus from Illinois has been going on for many years, the worse those in charge make it, the better it gets for them. Because what happens? Decent, productive, common sense people leave. And so what are you left with? Champagne socialists insulated from terrible public policy, even street violence, largely, and the dependents of the state. Beneficiaries of transfer payments, very few in the middle. And those few in the middle, many of them are members of public sector unions and government employees who are going to lean in the direction of their paycheck on top of it. So you create the best political environment for you, even if you turn beautiful cities like Chicago into hellholes. I know, by the way, my friend responded, we're in Tennessee now. Wife in particular couldn't stand it anymore. Exactly my point.
I mean, people are fearful to drive down the Dan Ryan or the Eisenhower in broad daylight. They used to wait till it got dark out. Now it doesn't matter. Morning, afternoon, night, people are getting shot in Chicago.
Now you need to be afraid to be a bank teller at a Chase branch on 600 North Dearborn at 11 a.m. Woman stabbed in the neck in critical condition, 24-year-old woman yesterday.
24-year-old employee of the bank. Crazy man. Everyone said he's coming in there screaming about police and how he hates cops. And then he stabbed her in the neck.
Well, we still have cops and firefighters and paramedics who are doing their best under the circumstances of this terrible civilian political leadership in Chicago and Illinois. And next Wednesday, or this coming Wednesday, I guess now, September 8th at 6 p.m. at Joe's Live in Rosemont, First Responder Fight Night fundraiser, night of exhibitions and entertainment, brought to you by the Law & Order PAC and Chicago's 41st Ward Alderman Anthony Napolitano. For more, by the way, if you want tickets, $35 general admission, $50 ringside. Go to laworderpac.com, laworderpac.com for the Law & Order First Responder Fight Night this coming Wednesday, September 8th from 6 to 10 p.m. For more on this, the organizer of this fight night, Matt Podgorski, who's chairman of the Northwest Side Republican Club. Matt, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Hey, good morning, Dan and Amy. Everything's going great on my end, except I'm a little bit depressed now after that monologue for the last 90 seconds.
Well,
Jeez,
I mean, you
kind of brought it home.
Well, I mean, it's the reality on the ground as far as I can tell. I don't know what it's like there in the 41st Ward, but there's enough first responders in that ward who know what time it is, isn't there?
No doubt about it. I will tell you, although crime spreads everywhere, it doesn't know boundaries and borders and zip codes. I do feel like this is one of the last holdouts here in a really decent kind of traditional value neighborhood here in Chicago. So if you're a right-leaning person and you have to live in Chicago, please come up to the 41st Ward, because we're trying to hold out as long as we can here.
And what's the thinking behind the fight night, other than getting frustrations out?
No, that's definitely a part of it, guys. Here's the deal. So we started this PAC a year ago, and the thought is let's get a PAC specifically around somewhat narrow scope of issues so that we can get a wider, broad support and also influence legislators that are, of both political parties. Because, if you throw down completely into one party in Illinois and that party happens to be Republican, you're not going to be able to get a whole lot of goals accomplished legislatively. So we really do need to start putting pressure on the Democrats who might be able to be influenced or shamed into doing the right thing, and that's where this PAC starts out. And so it's a goal. The goal is obviously to raise money for the PAC, but we wanted to have some fun. I mean, how many fundraisers, Dan and Amy, have you been over the years?
A gazillion.
More than a few. and let's be honest, they're mostly there to write a check and you're BSing half the time, and it's some drinks and hors d'oeuvres, and you just want to get the heck out of there as fast as you can. This one, we're trying to actually entertain people. The fundraiser part of it's sort of the secondary thing.
So
we're going to have 10 to 12.
Who is going to fight Superintendent Brown?
Unfortunately, he's not on the list yet, but
right.
most of our Dan, by the way, I was kind of only half kidding when I texted you. I'd love to have you in the ring, man. I mean, you're still in your 40s. You got a couple.
That's true.
Dan,
I think Betsy from the North Side would come to watch that.
How about Betsy?
My friend Betsy.
She might climb in the ring with me.
She might climb in the ring. Yeah.
We could be like a glow, like special event type of thing. So you can Don King this matchup for me, Matt, and you get Lori Lightfoot, and I'm in. Me and Lori will go,
a little ankle biter. She'd bite your ankles. Come on.
All right. Lori and Tony Preckwinkle, both of them.
They could
that would be worth. Yeah, I think I.
All right. Lori, Tony, and JB. I want like a battle royale, just me and all the Dem politicians, all the munchkins, all the fat asses. Bring them all in there. How about that?
It's funny. I was on Sean's show last week, and he actually said that he'll donate. Yeah, I know it is what it is. He said he'll donate whatever it was, $5,000, and we can keep it. If he can lure any sitting Republican in, he wants to actually fight a Republican.
Okay, he can take the Republicans. I'll take all the Democrats. It'll be a tag team.
But seriously, who's fighting? Who's first responders are fighting against each other?
Amy, thank you for keeping me on track. So. Yes, it's mostly first responders fighting. There are a few civilians. There's some veterans fighting. We have U.S. Marshals fighting, Chicago police officers, some firemen. It's not Battle of the Badges where it's just cops versus firemen, but it's mostly first responders. It's going to be a ton of fun. I've actually got we're trying to get some cool celebrity guest judges, and that's one of the invitations I want to make right here live on the air. I need an up and down answer right now. Will you two commit to coming and celebrity guest judging at least one match?
I would, but I'm not going to be in town, so I can't. And also, I'm going to the Headbangers Ball November 6th at Joe's Live, and so I don't want to spend too much time at Joe's. I'm just kidding. No. No, I would, but I'm not going to be in the Chicagoland area. Sorry.
And I'm coaching a game that night that starts at 6:00.
Well, then, yeah, and if it's way in the city, you probably won't make it in time. Okay, so that's two no's. Well,
I'm sure a general manager or program director would like to referee.
What about Sean? Can Sean
fight
from Elmwood Park help you
referee.
No, you're not referee, but
much more serious.
No,
business.
obviously.
Yeah.
Score,
Judge, yes.
Score fight? Yeah, score
I
fight.
don't know if you'd want me to score a fight. I would.
Is it that? Because
Well,
I could score a fight. I learned.
you could.
I learned scoring fights from Dr. Ferdy Pacheco. 10-point must system. Is that how it will be scored?
No, that's the thing. We're gonna dumb it down even more for the celebrity judges. So you literally just pick the winner each round. So you don't have to worry about 10-9, 20. None of that.
Well, who do you have coming so far?
super
Who's
easy.
signed up?
I couldn't lend my credibility, my credentials as a boxing judge to that anyway.
I would just overrule if you made a wrong decision. I would just scratch it out.
Okay.
And overrule it.
Just like real boxing.
Matt, who's coming? Who are your celebrity judges?
Yeah, so, well, I'm still working on that, so don't
Okay.
hold me to that now. But I've got some cool co-hosts that are involved, and it is bipartisan. So we got Alderman Ray Lopez, who's obviously a Democrat, Napolitano and Spazzato, who are independents
Good.
up in the Northwest side. We
they're
got
Republican.
my commissioner. They're independents. If you look
Whatever,
at their
okay.
Democrat, their primary voting record, they're not Republican. Anyway, we got Commissioner Sean Morrison, who's a good friend of mine,
Oh,
very
yeah.
pro law enforcement. He actually owns has owned a private security firm for years. Commissioner Pete Silvestri. So we got some good bipartisan support here for first responders at this event. Like I said, I think it's going to be a ton of fun. Joe Sonorski, who's the head of the local 2 political, he's the political director. He's going to be there, and I'm going to force him to judge a few fights. So Aaron Del Mar will be there. He's a big MMA guy. He'll be judging.
This is boxing, not MMA, right?
This is old-fashioned pugilism. Yep, we got a ring and everything. It's going to be pretty impressive.
Bare knuckle?
No.
It's 16-ounce gloves, Dan. This is a legitimate, above-board legal.
No, I want it. It should be like Fight Club.
Oh my God!
One thing is, happens in the garage.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
exactly.
In the parking garage after, we'll settle up all that.
Well,
stuff.
if things change, Matt, I might be able to stop by.
Oh, you'll.
No, because you never know. Because with this whole bus system, people just don't show up for games, so we just go home.
You'll like.
It goes
You'll
till
cry
10
if
o'clock.
somebody
I'm not
gets
gonna
hit.
cry.
Yeah.
I've done the ring thing before at fundraisers. Come on.
Oh,
Cry.
Amy wants to be a ring girl.
No.
Amy wants to be a ring girl.
They already have ring girls.
We actually do have ring girls. Well, we have
professionals.
Apparently, Miss Chicago. I didn't know that was a thing. Apparently, Miss Chicago.
What's his name?
Us and said she wants. Exactly. Yeah.
Darn it! I was only Miss Mount Prospect, so darn it, I can't.
About to do it, Dan, and you got me.
Yeah, all right. Very good. All right. Well,
All
I'm
right.
sorry to miss the ring girls and the fight night, but it's a great thing you're doing. Law and Order Political Action Committee presents First Responder Fight Night this coming Wednesday, September 8th, 6 to 10 p.m. It's only $35 to get in, and then you go up if you want better seats. For tickets, go to laworderpack.com, laworderpack.com, this Wednesday, September 8th, 6 to 10 p.m. First Responder Fight Night at Joe's Live in Rosemont. Matt Podgorski, chairman of the Northwest Side GOP Club, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Thank you, and he joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer.
Your show keeps me alive during the week. There's nobody I'd rather listen to between 5 and 9 in the morning than you guys.
On AM 560, The Answer.
The world has changed. Our economy has changed. And now, more than ever, it's important that your retirement savings is set up to generate income, real money, in your bank account month after month while still controlling